Wait a minute. Let me turn my light on for y'all. Wait, a little more. This is an important video. Look, it's your boy Trapie, and I'm back with another video, baby. Man, look, we got a video here about Call of Duty again. This video is by a guy named Blame Truth. I've been watching his videos for about a month now, month and a half. He's been like criticizing Call of Duty. But look, I'm doing a giveaway at 2,000 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe. All you gotta do is follow me on TikTok, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe. This is not a hate video. It's more of an understanding of why these people do this to Call of Duty. Call of Duty haven't done anything but make you guys a lot of money from content.
And I'm not opening up a Blame Wiser this video. In fact, I am just having some gamer subs. I do have a code for that if you guys want to check that out, video description. But, man, like, I don't know what to tell you. Well, I guess the first thing I should say is some people are uploading Battlefield 6 gameplay already. The embargo date lifted today. I'm not one of those special treatment people because I guess I'm too mean or something, and I never get invited to events, and I never get asked to promote things, despite the fact that I get good views. So I don't know, man. World's smallest violins playing in between my fingertips right now. But regardless, I should just get right on into the meat and potatoes because I got a lot I want to.
Man, I mean, do you actually care about going to events? Look, I feel like if you really care, you wouldn't be talking too much crap. I understand. I like you, Blame Truth. I don't want no one to. You get good views and everything. Just you gotta don't be negative to people.
Get
man.
off my
don't be
chest
negative about these companies. I understand you have the platform.
Let's just read this together. Beta takeaways. With just a couple of hours remaining of the Black Ops 7 beta, we wanted to update everyone on some big takeaways. First, on behalf of all of us at Treyarch and the Black Ops 7 team, thank you for playing. The Call of Duty community is unmatched, and playing BO7 with you throughout the past week has been a ton of fun. The beta has given us the opportunity to do new things, including the first ever debut of zombies in the Call of Duty beta, and rapidly test and implement player feedback. As we set our sights on launch, we've got some important plans we'd like to share. Matchmaking update. I can't believe I am fucking reading this right now. We know the big question on everyone's mind coming out of the beta is how will matchmaking work in Black Ops 7? At launch, open matchmaking with minimal skill consideration will be the default for Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Simply put, imagine the matchmaking experience of open mosh pit from the beta, but as the standard in Black Ops 7 on day one. Our team feels strongly about
Okay, look. You guys did it. All right, look, doesn't matter. Blame Truth didn't do it.
Fighting players with a more varied experience. And the beta proved to be a great opportunity to test this approach. We'll be sharing more details as we get closer to launch. Guys, I understand if you've checked out of the series entirely. Trust me, I do, because I pretty much have done the same. However, if nothing else, give yourselves a pat on the back. Think Battlefield 6 in the comments section below. And think everyone who has ever called this shit out.
I literally only played one match of Battlefield 6 beta. And I was shooting bots.
On YouTube from day one in 2019. It's just, it's insane to me that I sat up here in a fucking video and read what I just read you. I had to like read it again before making this video because I thought it was fake. I thought someone tricked me. I had to check the URLs and shit. I'm like, what? There's no way. My God. I just cannot believe that we were here. Me and guys like me were right the entire time, and their blog post, I wouldn't be surprised if they deleted it and tried to scrub it from the fucking internet. The one pertaining to SBMM and why it's in the game. We'll cover that later. But, guys, I gotta just... there's more, though. There's actually more. This is unreal. Persistent lobbies. we've heard the community discussion and dialogue around lobby disbanding, and as we mentioned earlier during the beta, we're focused on keeping players together from match to match more often. Today, we're excited to announce we'll have persistent lobbies at launch for Black Ops 7. We're committed to improving the experience for players, and we'll be sharing more details soon. Aim assist. We've also seen the discussions about rotational aim assist and community questions about how aim assist will be tuned across inputs in Black Ops 7. It's a priority of ours to have a fair and competitive balance across all input devices at launch. And we'll be sharing more about changes coming to aim assist on controller ahead of launch. They even say, and I don't know if this is true, but it wouldn't surprise me because I ran into no one suspect in the beta, although I didn't play as much as other people. Ricochet anti-cheat. So this has been a laughing stock of an anti-cheat, but they finally enabled the same system Battlefield 6 is enabling with the whole secure boot thing. So 97.5% of matches were completely clean of cheaters. On day 5, that number rose to 98.8% of matches being cheater-free. The team has more beta results and key learnings to share soon, including how we're unleashing our full suite of detections for the launch of Black Ops 7. I cannot believe I am reading what I'm reading, and it took everyone complaining and Battlefield 6 to do this. It's about time. This whole beta thing, by the way, guys, I'm pretty sure they decided this on the back end probably weeks ago. And they rolled it out, and they're pretending to test it, but no. I think this was decided upon like weeks, if not months ago. This was just decided well in advance. So even in like giving us what we want, they can't really be honest. I don't think they were collecting data at all, guys. I think they were set in stone on this because Battlefield 6 is kicking their ass. Let's be real here. But I just cannot believe they went all the way. There's not going to be a mommy, milky, manipulative EOMM playlist. And the thing about this is, the crazy thing about this is, guys, is if they ever bring back this fucking matchmaking system in the multiplayer, absolutely no one will bother with it. Like, we're not going to put up with it now. We have seen behind the curtain. Maybe you're new here because I've been talking about Battlefield 6 and playing the beta and whatnot, and maybe you haven't followed me for a while. I want you guys to understand. Maybe you're a Battlefield player, you don't really know what's been going on. I want you guys to understand this system that they...
Okay, he's about to yell.
...had in play. I want to read it verbatim for you because... once I read it, you will understand what a big fucking deal this is. And I'm hoping, I am praying that...
Hey, my guy right here, he sound like my homie I used to work with. When he got mad, it's how he sounded.
...that we never have to deal with this in a video game. Not just this one, but any video game ever a fucking again. Let me read this to you and just really take this in, okay? Engagement optimized matchmaking. This is what Call of Duty used, not SBMM. Is a matchmaking framework developed from skill-based matchmaking that uses player data to maximize retention and engagement instead of just ensuring fair matches. It works by analyzing behavioral data like win-loss history and playtime to predict and prevent player churn. For instance, if a player is on a losing streak, EOMM might provide easier opponents and better teammates to keep them playing. Or it could increase the challenge for a winning player to maintain engagement. While EOMM aims to increase playtime and retention, critics... argue it can lead to inconsistent match difficulty and prioritize spending on in-game purchases over fair gameplay. The issue with this system is it's setting up and rigging matches. Absolutely nothing about it, from the lowest of the low on the totem pole to the highest skilled player, nothing about it is organic. The better you got, by the way, the more skill you obtained, the longer the matchmaking would take, the worse your connection would get in an online multiplayer shooter. And people, I don't even want to call them people, subhuman scumbag, stupid motherfuckers would like try to justify this. It was, you know, a rare type, but stupid motherfuckers would try to
I just feel like if he cares so much about this game and care about Call of Duty doing this, go make the game blame truth. Look, I don't want the hate. If you got people who love you, that's perfectly fine. But look, just let the game chill. You got what you wanted. We love you, blame truth. We want you to be cool, man. We don't want you to be stressing over no video game.
Justify this system and say it was good because, you know, it ensured that little Timmy got to get like 10 kills instead of just 5 kills in a match or whatever. Despite the fact that if you got good at all, you would be negatively affected. You'd spend more time waiting in lobbies. Your connections would be worse. Absolutely no system should exist in a just, you know, arcade shooter where your connection is harmed in the name of helping anyone else. That is not right at all. But on top of that, every single negative aspect of the game is made worse when you're just playing less handsome, in my case, clones of myself. This game is not meant.
So you're mad because you're playing real skilled players. It's not like you just want to be the same skill level. You don't want to get better at the game. Look, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Skill-based matchmaking done made me a better shooter. So now when I do go pump stomp some shit, I really can aim. I can get them 3 or 4 kills back to back. You know what I'm saying? And really pump
to be competitively balanced in this like arcade, just out of the box environment. And yet I am supposed to play every match like I've never spoken to a fucking woman before. Like what? I don't get it. I'm just shocked. In fact, I did I not say in a previous video, if you go all the way and remove this, you have my interest this year. I will play your game this year. And they fucking did it. I cannot believe, like, is this the return of BT that doesn't want to drink himself to death because all the fucking FPS games he plays are so shitty? Is this the return of that? I don't think you guys understand that when I first started playing Call of Duty games on YouTube in 2008, I was a happy YouTuber. I rarely complained. That's not entirely true. I still had a lot to complain about. I complained.
No, he definitely complains a lot. I've been watching. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know about this guy until I seen a complaint video about this guy. He's been complaining a long time about Call of Duty.
Back in Modern Warfare 2.
I just feel like his voice got heard, but not the change wasn't because of him. I believe they actually got data because they keep building these data centers. All they need is data.
In 2009 and in 2010 because of the women.
Yes, I believe that people play the open lobby more than the regular because, like, yeah, of course. They want to play more variety of players, not just sweats.
Army noob tubes, among other things. And then I've been battling Activision for a long time, but the point is that I enjoyed myself overall. You know, when Black Ops 2 came out, I was like, God, this game's awesome. And I played that game all year and I had a great time. And then Ghosts came out and I wanted to teabag a live bear trap because it was so bad.
Call of Duty Ghosts was one of the best Call of Duties ever. Specialist. That was the best ever. I love Specialist. And the dog, Riley. Stop playing, bro. You must not really Call of Duty playing, bro. Bro, you're a weirdo, bro. And the knife. Who remembers the knife in Call of Duty Ghosts, bro? The knife. Commando Pro. If you know about Commando Pro, bro. Oh.
But the point of all this is that, like, I can actually, I can't believe I'm saying this. I can make content that isn't specifically shitting on the game because it sucks now. I can make videos playing the game and enjoying myself. Now, do I think it will be perfect? No. If you took out skill-based matchmaking from Black Ops 6, would I have played it? Probably not. That game still sucked ass and had a lot of other problems that weren't even related to the matchmaking. But this is...
No, Black Ops 6. Only problem y'all cared about with Black Ops 6 was the maps. That was the main problem with Black Ops 6 was the maps. The gameplay was good. The emotes was good. The camos was good. Y'all love the level up system. No, I don't want to hear that.
Is a colossal colossal sprint in the right direction. And the aim assist changes too. So they're trying to balance out keyboard and mouse and aim assist, much like Battlefield 6 is trying to do. Like, this is just... This is why we need competition in the FPS space. So, I know many of you in my comments section will still not be getting the game. You have been burned way too many times. You don't like the setting. You don't like that this is kind of a reskin of Black Ops 6.
Nah, that ain't it. People just can't afford to buy it. Fuck that shit. It ain't about... I think complaining is the reason why it gives people a reason not to buy it, even though they ain't got no money to buy a new game. Majority of people just can't afford to buy a game. Like, they got the bills is up there. So I don't want to hear it either.
I actually don't mind, personally, that it's a reskin of Black Ops 6 because I barely touched Black Ops 6. I avoided that shitty fucking game, so this might as well be a new experience for me. And this is going to shock some of you, but I would say, honestly, my favorite multiplayer of every single Call of Duty, this is going to shock a lot of people, is probably Black Ops 3. I know. I think that game, as far as the advanced movement Call of Duties, is considered the best. But even above Black Ops 2, I think I may have preferred Black Ops 3 just a little bit more. And this game kind of gives the vibes of both. I can't lie and tell you that I don't think that the...
Hey man, if you're still here right now, comment right now how you feel about Black Ops 7 beta. If you played it, if you didn't play it, let me know how you feel about just watching it. Like, the visuals of the game. Like,
setting is harmful to it. I don't mind the setting. I don't mind futuristic settings or whatever. That doesn't really bother me. I mainly care about the gameplay. And the gameplay, as you're seeing in this particular lobby here with no SBMM, of course, this is from the beta, but like, dude, it's a night and day difference. Like, the game, while not spectacular from my time in the beta, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10, honestly. Like a 7 out of 10. It's playable. It's pretty good. Now, here's the crazy thing, right? I'm still planning on playing Battlefield 6, but I want you guys to know something, and maybe you can relate to this. Maybe you can relate to this. If you can't relate to it, please leave a comment below. I am, especially as I've gotten older, I am incredibly introverted. This happened last night, okay? This happened last night. I couldn't find a topic to make a video on, so I went out late at night after just kind of stewing all day. And I went to the movies alone, and I watched a movie alone at like 9:30 at night, and I was the only one in the theater, and I had the best fucking time I have had ever in a theater, if I'm being completely honest. You know, I'm a very introverted person. I could spend just months alone. You put me in solitary confinement in prison, I'd be like, hell fuck.
Bro, when people say they're quiet, they don't talk to people, if that's the case, you wouldn't be on social media. Social media is a prime example of this is a bunch of bull crap. You get thousands of notoriety.
Bring me a book,
you need validation.
And maybe like a Blu-ray set of Breaking Bad, and I will be chilling, man. It's pretty remarkable, actually. I really like gaming just in silence. It's a way for me to unwind. It's a way for me to get away from the noise. I like to just play video games alone and just enjoy myself and see what I can do alone. And it's a great way for me to just chill. The fact that I have 2 games now, okay? I have Battlefield 6 that I can play with my bros. When my bros are not on and I want a game, I can play Black Ops 7. This is a fucking miracle. Now, some of you though, may still not be on board with Black Ops 7, and I don't blame you. And in fact, I think it's very, very important we transition to this to show why you shouldn't trust them. Now, I'll be playing Black Ops.
The reason why I say you can't follow all these YouTubers, man. YouTubers only want to go where the game is going to go. If it's going negative, talk about it negatively. If it's going to a positive way, they're going to instantly switch back and be like, yeah, it's a good game. All this to make more money off the game, because all they care about is making the money, really. But you got to stop following these people, man. They don't really care about you as a person. They care about what they care about.
7 now. I will. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. They took it all the way the fuck out. You got me sold. I will be playing it. But I am very, very weary of doing that. I do not trust them still. And can you blame me? I legit have, like, you know, Call of Duty PTSD right now. Like, I'm just expecting the worst at every fucking turn. And I want to get into why I think that. Of course, if you follow the channel for any amount of time, I've covered them lying and gaslighting us and bullshitting us and screwing us over at every turn. However, nothing was as worse as this. And it ties in directly to the topic I just talked about. So let's pull this up.
Come on.
Yet again.
Matchmaking series.
So last year, they actually wrote not a 10-page, not a 20-page, but a 25-page Torah fucking length white paper on their skill-based matchmaking tests. If you guys are still with me, if you're still watching the video, do me a favor, drop a like on this. Maybe even consider subscribing if you're still entertained, because I want this video to get some engagement, because I want everyone to see this before they even think about purchasing Black Ops 7. I understand. I understand that this is a big time right now. This is like a very exciting time. Even I am positive right now. But you need to see this to see the bullshit they fed you. And this is a prime example of why you should not trust them. Let's read this, okay? The role of skill in matchmaking. This is published by them. I'm not changing anything. I'll leave a link to this in the pinned comment. Call of Duty matchmaking is a complex and multifaceted domain. On April 4th, 2024, we released the first in a series of white papers exploring the impact of prioritization of ping and matchmaking. In this document, we will discuss the topic of skill in core multiplayer matchmaking, its implementation, and how we have observed positive results from the fine-tuning of skill and the matchmaking algorithm used by Call of Duty. I'm of course not going to read the full 25 pages. I would not subject you guys to such torture, but I will give you the highlights here, okay? Here is a graph showing how low-skill players apparently play the game. Average skill percentile disparity rises, resulting in tougher matches for lower-skilled players. Lower-skilled players play less, resulting in a shifting lower-skill bracket. This is the feedback loop, apparently. An illustration of the negative feedback loop of low-skill players leaving the player base. Yet somehow, it's only the high-skill players I really notice ever leaving match. If you go back and watch the Black Ops 7 gameplay I put at the start of this video, you will notice that players left. However, the 2 players remaining on the enemy team were not high-skilled players. They were the low-skilled players. They had no issue staying in the match and just trying to get their...
Oh, God, that's what I do, too. I'm not leaving no match. I'm level 30 in there, and I stay in the match. Why would I quit? Fuck no. I was playing with one of my teammates, QT, shout out to him. And, bruh, he did not quit either. We lost together. That's how it is. You lose a match. You don't just quit because you lose it.
XP bonus at the end. Now, I don't know what the psychology is here, right?
Hey,
like,
shout out to
if I was low skilled,
shout out to Blame Truth, man. He got one of my long videos, man. This might be one of my longest videos ever.
I would maybe equate it to like
longest video ever is like over an hour. So, but
like, yeah. Well, it's hard for me to do anything. I'm not very good, so I'm gonna stay in this match and see if I can learn something. I'm gonna stay in this match and see if I can just get some UAV shot down and get some XP, because I gotta level up. Like, low skill players play Call of Duty not to beast mode on anybody. They play to level up. They play to like progress. As long as they're still getting a sense of progression, they are going to play the game. Am I off base there? Please call me out in the comment section if I'm wrong there. If I'm right, then give me, like, you know, some support, because I'm 99% sure I'm right. I think I have the psychology of a lower skilled player, like an individual, down. You don't have to baby them. You don't have to like suck their dick and tell them, hey, you're basically optic scump, because all that does is force them into the store and get them to buy something, and then once they get better at the game, they're going to quit because they realize that the system's rigged. Regardless, let's get back to this white paper. They did a test, right? So figure 3 here. We can see one of the results of the deprioritized skill test. This is where they took skill-based matchmaking out for like half the player base and ran a test on them without telling them. but it's not taking into account, like, you can't just flip how the game is played, not tell anyone, and then gather data. It doesn't work like that because you've conditioned the entire player base to expect a certain thing for 5 years at this point. When you radically change it, it's going to skew the data because they're not used to that. They're going to quit out just because it's weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's just strange all of a sudden. So, but yeah, after a month of running this test, we categorized the treatment population into 10 equally sized groups across skill population. Each bar represents the change in the labeled KPI for that tenth of the skill distribution compared to the control group. And I'm going to stop reading this stuff because it's meant to be boring, so you just check the fuck out, but regardless. The interesting part is what they say after this. Look at this. They go on to say, with deprioritized skill, returning player rate was down.
Hey, he said it's boring, and then he just zoomed in more on the image.
Significantly for 90% of players. This is directly from their tests. So when they took out skill-based matchmaking, returning players were down significantly for 90% of the player base. The 10% of highest skilled players came back in increased numbers, but that's it. Down at the bottom here, transitioning into the next part of the white paper, it says, if SBMM were completely removed, this is a very important quote, okay? This is what they claim with a 25-page fucking report, okay? If it were completely removed, we would expect to see the player population erode rapidly in the span of a few months, resulting in a negative outcome for all of our players. They did a test where they ran experiments and they increased the skill-based matchmaking, like strictness, basically. And to no surprise, the top percentage rapidly quit out. This test is flawed for several reasons because it's only taking into account skill. It's not taking into account connection quality. It's not taking into account that the better players get worse connections, higher packet bursts, just overall a less good experience across the board. They have to wait longer for matches even. There are so many variables that they're just not taking into account. They're just leaving stuff out to lie to us.
I just feel like...
And that's what this entire paper was, by the way. A complete and utter fucking lie!
So look, if you don't want to play against high-skilled players, then don't play the game then, man. It's perfectly fine. You're too grown to be yelling on the mic, though. My ears is fine, but you're just doing too much, bro. This is why like, no video game invites you out, bro. You're just so negative over so little shits. You gonna make Call of Duty, bro. Like, I fuck with you. But you gonna make the game,
in fact,
man.
if we look at the
if
percentage...
the game is so bad, you go conduct a code for a skill-based matchmaking, or you conduct something. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, they're not that crazy of a change. Like, these are minute percentages of the player pool that will do certain things. Like, are we really doing this based on single-digit tiny percentages? You know, like, not even 2% in some cases. It's insane to me that they actually peddled this out and thought it would be enough to silence people. In their defense, it did silence a lot of the Call of Duty addicts that didn't think for themselves. Me and others called it out. Of course, you know, we were labeled grifters or whatever because we're calling out clearly...
So basically, having a voice.
Bullshit fucking evidence. Can you believe that? Do you understand what I've had to go through for the past 6 years as far as just fucking idiots sticking up for the $1 trillion company, and yet I was right the entire time, or else they wouldn't be doing what they're doing now. And make no mistake, they're not doing this out of the goodness of their heart. They're not doing this because of some fucking data test they ran in the beta. They are doing this because they are losing money. It's exactly what I have been telling you for the past 6 years. Can I get an amen? And again, if you're still watching, like this video, because good God, people need to see this. This is not an endorsement to buy Black Ops 7, by the way. Far from it. This is trying to show you exactly who you're dealing with. But maybe you're...
I mean, how about if you're trying to show me who I'm dealing with, or anybody who's watching this? Blame truth, bro. You gotta relax, bro. You think because you have all people watching you, all his voice, you can talk however you want to talk to people and get what you want. Not how it works. Understand freedom of speech and doing whatever you want, but come on, man. Now you're gonna play the game, be quiet. That's all I had to do is take out the game and they're all good now. We'll see.
Still not convinced. So let's check the data ourselves. Skill-based matchmaking was on all year. The standard fucking fare was on all year in Black Ops 6. And we can see that at no point did it ever retain players via Steam charts. We have the data here. Like, this Steam charts representation here proves their fucking data wrong. It does not retain players. Like, that bump in April was not because of Black Ops 6. It was nothing Black Ops 6 did, actually. Because this game's tied into Warzone, this was the release of Verdansk. And this release went over pretty well. They took their time on it, made sure it released with minimal...
But you were still playing the game, right? So you're one of those numbers. That's how I look at it. All you guys complain about the game. If you're legitimately not playing the game and you're complaining about it, okay, that's fine. But if you're complaining about the game and you're still playing it, I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that at all. I feel like you just stay away from the game. If you don't think it's doing a good job, if you feel like it's bad, just stop. Hey, subscribe right now, man. I'm doing a giveaway at 2,000 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe. It's one of my longer videos, man. I was doing a lot of listening to see what this man had to say, but it's still, to me, I'm feeling like why he feel like he could just speak out against the company that's been helping him make money for so long, and then people just so ungrateful. I feel like you could just talk smack about a company for a long time and then just retract. Nah. You got this digital footprint in life. This is what this is. Like, internet's digital footprint. You don't want to mess that up, man. Look at the giveaway. 2,000 subscribers. All you gotta do is follow me on TikTok, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe. That's all you gotta do. And if you're here to give hate, that's fine. I don't know, but I want to speak the truth for everybody. Like, you ain't gotta listen to him. He's literally still one person out of everybody who feel about the game, man. Just because he spoke about the game on YouTube doesn't mean you have to listen to him, man. Okay? He still has sad regret at talking about games because he want to go play the game. He want to go through events. And obviously he said that he can't. He's so negative. He playing a little violin. I'm not mad at him. If he's mad at me for making this video, here's what it is. But I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. I love Call of Duty. You can't ever tell me that the game is bad if you ain't making a video game. If you're not up in there behind them desks, behind them computers making the game, you can't tell me nothing.